Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. So today is another day of staycation. No work today. We are going over to my daughter's house around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So I've been spending the morning getting stuff done. Like I got some mail out to the mailbox. There's always that one little bit of hair that hangs down on it. So finished up 2 items this morning. Just little things. But finishing up those 2 items means I am done with my December goals. Because last night I finished Crocky. There he is in all of his crocodile glory. So I need to get pictures of him. Okay, he's going to go in a light box. Whoosh. Oh, the 2 owls were in there from a photo shoot earlier this morning, or last night, can't remember which. I sort of did owl bowling when I tossed him in. I have too much fun playing with my toys. So I finished up Crocky. I had, was it 1.05 ounces left of that green yarn? Had to use that up for the December challenge. So I made me a gecko. This is my own no-sew gecko pattern. I never published it because I figured, oh, there are so many gecko patterns. But I did a search on Ravelry and did not find any that call themselves a no-sew gecko. So I guess I'll have to get this published, because some people just don't like sewing the legs on later. This guy's got his legs crocheted right on as you go. So finish that. And then I had this tiny little bit of yarn left. Here, you go in there. You're going to get a photo shoot with your gecko friends, so I can update that listing later. Tiny little bit of green yarn left. I made a chill pill. So all of the green yarn is finished up. So what do? Oh yeah, I get to start that critter from Edward's Imaginarium today. I pulled from my stash a yarn that's almost exactly the same color as this. It's a little bit grayer. In some lighting it looks gray, in some lighting it looks green, but figure it'll make a good monster. So I'm going to start working on that. What's today? The 28th? So I've got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to just play with projects. We were sitting out in the living room, and I said to my husband, how would you feel about putting together some project bags for me? He's like, oh, I don't know how to do it. I said, no. I'll show you the yarn that you can choose from. And you just put 3 or 4 colors that go well together into a bag, and then I'll take the bag and I'll make stuff until I run out of yarn. He's like, oh, okay, I could do that. He made me 3 bags. This is the smallest one. I'll probably go with this one first. This has a dark green yarn, lime green, spring green, and a burnt orange. Okay. Ooh. Little green dinosaur with orange spots. Big head turtle, dark green with bright green stripes. Yep. Already got that bag called for. This one, there is a green, sort of bluish green. Okay, there is loops and threads. Is there a color on this one? Color. There is the color. Just gives a number. Okay. Well, it's light beige. And then there's a green, sort of a light sage. And then we've got this one. They call that hunter green. And then a light navy blue. It's not really dark. It's maybe indigo. So there's another bag. Another project bag. Then the next one. I wouldn't have put these colors together for the next one. This is going to be fun. Of course, we have basic black, but then he mixed it with bright orange and a bright purple. I'm going to have fun with this. So there are 3 project bags. I don't know if I'll get through them all in January, but at least one will be on my January list. I need to make up my January list. I'm going to spin a wheel to figure out which of my amigurumi books that I pull a pattern from. I will do my Crazy Critter Challenge again. I will be doing the Mystery Yarn Challenge from Armchair Chef. So when I get my box of yarn, I'll decide where I'm going from there. And still haven't fleshed out the rest of January. I think I'm going to do another use it up. Well, I will use up one project bag, but I think I'm going to do a use it up where I just pull one thing of yarn from stash, like a variegated yarn. When I was looking for yarn for the Mystery Yarn Challenge to send someone yarn, I was finding all this variegated yarn, like, ooh, that would be fun. Ooh, that would be fun. So I'm going to pull out a fun yarn to play with. Oh, I should pull out some fun fur and make some more frogs with the skirts. And then I could use the leftover to make hedgehogs. So many ideas. I need to retire so that I have more days like this when I can make more stuff. So that's it. If any of you happen to notice, if you're really observant, there are 2 things you could have noticed. One is that the yarn thing overhead there is a little sparser than usual. That's because my husband pulled 2 or 3 skeins out of there for the bags that he made. Another is I'm wearing the same shirt I was wearing yesterday. I didn't get dressed until afternoon yesterday. So I figured, I'll wear it again. And I will be changing before I go over to my daughter's house, changing into something fresh for her house. So it's just like, yeah, I just needed to throw something on to go out to the mailbox and get mail in the box. So I grabbed the shirt that I left draped over the end of the bed yesterday. I did some reorganizing up by my chair. You want to see a picture of my messy chair where I usually do my work? I'm going to put it up, and without looking at the picture, I will try to do a walkthrough of what I've got out there. So over on this side, I have a 3-bin little plastic cabinet that I got at a garage sale, I think last year. Same garage sale that I got a lot of yarn from. Let's see. The top usually holds my water bottle or whatever beverage I'm working on at the time. The remote, during the summer, it has my little Arctic Air fan. Should have brought my water back here. And then the first box down used to have a bunch of scrap yarns in it. Just yarns that I used a little bit of, and I took them out and, didn't want to put them back into inventory, so I just shoved them in that little tote. Well, I put all of those into other places, and now that little gray, box, it's a cheap one from Dollar Tree. the bottom is all ripped up. Not good, but it serves its purpose. Now that has my stuffing in it. The next cube down is project bags. Now when I was cleaning this out, I found a surprise. Way back this summer, or over the summer, I was over at my daughter's house and she was showing me this peasant top that had granny squares from her sister-in-law, who gave it to her and said, "Oh, you crochet, can you fix this?" And she's like, "Yikes, I don't think so, but my mom could." Well, I made this little project bag and then I forgot about it. So now that is in there for me to fix. Hopefully I can get that done today. Then in the bottom I have my safety eyes and a little plastic container that I load up for projects, sometimes for road trips. Then in my chair, you see I've got my cardboard box that I usually have in my lap that holds my yarn, my pattern, extra hooks, stuff like that, scissors. Then I've got a 9-cube bookshelf over next to my chair, and that holds paper, my calendar, my old calendars, some crossword puzzle reference books, and just miscellaneous stuff. There's also an ottoman next to the bookshelf that has crochet supplies inside, but I very rarely access that because it's always got piles of pattern books and another little project basket on top of it. And there's my penguin blanket. Unless it's about 80, 90 degrees outside, I'm always using that penguin blanket. So that's it for the tour. Yeah, it's messy, but I did get it, organized. Usually my stuffing is between my chair and the bookshelf over to my right. Well, that means stuff is on the floor under it and I can't get to it. So now the stuffing's out of the way. I did this thorough cleanup of the area between my chair and the bookshelf. My favorite hook to use, my favorite size hook, is an F hook, because I'm always using worsted weight yarn when I make amigurumi. Unless the yarn is thin, I'm going to use an F hook. But I was like, I'm down to like only two F hooks around here. I thought I had a lot more than that. I found 3 hooks when I was getting stuff moved around and organized today. Oh, that's where that one went. Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh, okay. So now I am well stocked on F hooks. I can have one in every project bag and be fine. I also found a stitch marker. I bought a bin of stitch markers. Some of them are broken. Yeah, that happens. Some of them are probably in the depths of my chair. But I was down to 1 stitch marker. And I can't find the little box of stitch markers. It's somewhere in one of the boxes around my chair. Usually I'm okay with just a few here and there. What is that? Oh, okay. I saw something green over on my desk. And it's like, is that an amigurumi? No, it's an upside down mouse bed. Okay, I had a set of a mouse bed that looks like a leaf. It's a little green bed. And then you have a little amigurumi mouse in it, and then a little blanket. And I was selling the set for $18, and twice someone's like, "Well, I don't want the whole set, I just want the mouse." So I have the mouse bed and the blanket on my desk, but the bed got tipped over, so it looks like the bottom of some sort of amigurumi. I've got to remake the mouse to get the whole set out for craft shows coming up. Okay, that'll get done. Okay, chair, stitch markers. So I did find 1 stitch marker on the floor. So now I'm back up to 2. I need to check my, I have a little box. It's actually a Skechers shoebox that I cut the lid off of, and then I crocheted a little box with handles to go around it. Sometimes I would hook the stitch markers into the crocheting around the top edge of that. So I need to check that and see if my stitch markers are there. Because, I don't know, just 2 stitch markers. Lately I've been going with more than 2 projects at a time. So I'm feeling more organized. I'm all done with December. So now I'm going to go repair that granny square shirt so I can take it to my daughters. And then I'm going to start the crazy monster from the Imaginarium book. So my day is planned. So I will see you in a day or two with a new monster. And you know, I'm doing well with Etsy too. I got the owls listed. Now I need to take pictures of Crocky and get him into his listing and find the geckos that match with that guy and update that listing. So I'm making lists and I'm crossing things off them. That is good. Okay. Bye-bye.